All right, continuing with exercise 1.3. Question number 3. Express the following in the form P by Q, right? So you get the idea. P is the numerator and Q is the denominator, okay? So what are we going to express in the form P by Q? The first is 0.6 bar, okay? So 0.6 bar is a rational number. Why? Non-terminating but repeating, right? So 0.6 bar actually means what? 0.6666. It'll go on to till infinity, okay? So we're going to express this number in the form P by Q, right? So it has to have a numerator and a denominator, okay? So how do you do this? So the first thing have to understand is, once again, I'm going to write down a number. Can you see that after a decimal point, just one number is repeating, right? So if there's only one number repeating, we have to multiply by 10, okay? So suppose, let's say again, a 0.79 bar. You can see that after a decimal point, two numbers are repeating, right? So you have to multiply by 100. So let's do one last example. So 0.121 bar. So after a decimal point, there are three numbers that are repeating, right? So which means you have to multiply by 1000. Okay, so if you're clear with this idea, let's go back. So the first thing that we're going to do is take it to be, let x be equal to 0.6 bar, or simply as this, right? Repeating forever. Okay, so now, like I said, because there's only one digit repeating after a decimal point, we will multiply by 10. Okay, so this x will become now 10x. Now same thing here, 10 into 0.666 till infinity. Okay, so when you multiply these two, we're going to get what? 6.666, like this. Okay, once we are done with that, we'll subtract equation 1 and equation 2, right? So left hand side first. So 10x minus x, you can already see here, and then the right hand side after it. Okay, 6.666 minus 0.666, right? So when you subtract these two, so 6.666 and then dot 0.666 dot. If I subtract, you're going to see that what? This is going to be 0 0 0, and I'm just going to get here 6, right? So you can already see here, that is why 6 is here. Okay, and then what? 10x minus x, we're going to get 9x. So remember, we're trying to express it in the form P by Q, right? So we don't need this 9. This 9 will do cross multiplication. It will go down here. And if you look at 6 by 9, pretty simple. 3 to the 6, 3 3 is a 9. So can you see here that we've expressed 0.6 bar in the form P by Q? This is 2 is P, and then Q is 3. Okay, so let's continue with another question again. So once again, we're going to express this number 0.47 bar in the form P by Q again. And once again, if you look, there's only one digit that is repeating, right? 7. Okay, so once again, let x be equal to 0.47 bar, or 0.4777, right? And because there's only one digit that is repeating, we'll simply multiply by 10. So if I multiply x by 10, I'm going to get 10x, and same thing here, right? So when you multiply 10 into 0.477, we're going to get 4.7777. Okay, of course infinity. Okay, once you're done with that, we'll subtract equation 1 and 2. So left hand side 10x, and then left hand side, so you can see here 10x minus x, then right hand side minus right hand side, right? So this is what we're going to get. Okay, so if we subtract 4.777 by 0.477, subtraction, okay, 0 0, 7 minus 4 is 3, and then 4, so we're going to get 4.3. Of course, 10x minus x, we're going to get 9x. When you look at this 4.3, once again, it is a decimal, right? So to make it into 43, I'll just simply divide it by 10. Okay, so you can already see here, once again, I'm going to send this 9 to the denominator, right? So it will now become 10 into 9 here. So this number 0.47 bar in the form P by Q is 43 by 90. 10 9s are 90. Okay, so 43 is your P, and then 90 is your Q. All right, let's do one more, Roman number 3. So when you look here, now you can see that there are 3 repeating, right? 001 bar means what? 0.001 001 001, and then it goes to infinity, which means we'll multiply throughout by 1000. Okay, so let x be equal to this. Now we're multiplying by 1000, right? So it'll become 1000x, and then 1000 into this. Okay, so when you multiply these two, you're going to get like this, 1.001 till infinity again. All right, so same thing, subtracting both the equation now. Okay, 1 and 2. So left hand side minus left hand side, then right hand side minus right hand side. So that is what I've written here for us. Okay, so when you subtract these two, you're going to be left with 1, and of course 1000x minus x, we're going to be left with 999x. Okay, so this 999 will go down, right? So that is how we're going to get, this is your P, this is our Q. Okay, P by Q, P Q. All right, so that is done. All right, now this we're going to be doing the same thing again because they want us to once again express it in the form P by Q, right? Question number 12. So we'll find out P by Q for this, P by Q for this, and then P by Q for this, and only at the end we'll try to add them. Okay, so let's start with the first. So of course, when you look at 0.6, there is no repetition, so let x be equal to 0.6. And how do you turn 0.6 in the form P by Q? It will just simply be divided by 10. Okay, so this is your P and then this is your Q. Now let's go to the next 0.7 bar. You can see that one number is repeating, right? After decimal point, 7 is repeating. So we will multiply by 10. Okay, I'm taking here to be equal to y, all right? So if I multiply by 10, this is going to become 10y, and then multiply these two, we're going to get 7.777 again, right? So once again, like how we've been doing previously, we'll subtract both of them. Okay, so left hand side minus left hand side, then right hand side minus right hand side. So you can already see here left hand side minus left hand side, right hand side minus right hand side. So 10y minus y, I'm going to get 9y. If you subtract 7.777, 0.777, the subtraction obviously is all 0, we're going to be left with 7. Okay, now this 9 will go down, right? So you can notice here we have expressed 0.7 bar in the form P by Q. Okay, so one more is left, 0.47 bar. So only one is repeating again, right, which is the 7 bar. So once again multiplying throughout by 10. Okay, so and remember I'm taking it to be equal to z. Okay, in case in place of always taking x, right, we're taking x, y, and z for this question. So since we know that only one digit is repeating after a decimal point, multiply by 10, right? So z will become 10z, and then this you have 10 multiplied by into 0.4777 bar till infinity. Okay, so when you multiply these two, we're going to get 4.777. all right, then once again we have to subtract, right? So left hand side minus left hand side, and then right hand side minus right hand side. All right, so 10z minus z, we're going to get 9z, and when you subtract these two, we're going to get once again 4.3. so 4.3 is a decimal number. How do you convert it in the form P by Q? Just divide it by 10. Okay, so you can see 43 by 10. Now this 9 will go down to the denominator by cross multiplication, right? So we're going to have 43 by 10 into 9. So 10 into 9 is 90. All right, so now as you can see we have found out all the values, right? So the last step will simply be just putting it. So 0.6 we can write it as 6 by 10, 0.7 bar we got it 7 by 9, and then 0.47 bar we just got it to be equal to 43 by 90, right? So once we're done with that, look at the denominators, they are not same, right? Which means we have to find the LCM. Okay, LCM of 10, 9, and 90, right? So 10 ones are 10, then 9, then 10 nines are 90, then 9 one time, so LCM is going to be obviously 90, right? So what is my first numerator? My first numerator is 6, so everything is 6. Then 10, how many times are 90? 10 nines are 90. Second numerator is 7, so everything 9, how many times are 90? 9 tens are 90. The third numerator is what? 43 plus 43, right? So everything here. The 90, how many times are 90? 91s are 90. 91s are 90. Okay, now let's multiply. 6 nines are, we're going to get 54, 7 tens are 70, and then 43 into 1, 43. So when you add all these three, we're going to get it to be equal to 167 by 90. So you can see that we have expressed all these three rational numbers in the form P by Q, where P is 167 and then Q is equal to 90.